Let's just do a quick video today. Really easy team. I wanted to see Gyarados put in work in OU. You never see Gyarados used anymore, and there are a few good reasons for that. Gyarados has a hard time breaking through bulky water types, like Toxapex, and even though it has Earthquake, it has to give up other moves to run Earthquake. It has Power Up as well, but then it has to give up other moves as well, like Ice Fang. Ice Fang is really useful for a Pokemon like Dragonite, and to a lesser extent Zapdos, but you have to give that up if you want to break through both water types. Another big problem Gyarados has is that it really isn't that fast, and if you look at Dragon Dance in combination with the base 81 speed tier, you say, well, that's not so bad, but the problem really is that you have to get to +2 before you can outspeed stuff, right? Regieleki still naturally outspeed 2. You got Choice Scarf, Tapu Lele, Kartana, and Blacephalon all being very common, at least to some extent in the metagame, and they all outspeed you at +1, so you can't really rely on your Dragon Dance to outspeed and sweep like you used to be able to. And if you try to get to +2 on Pokemon, well, they can have Haze, they can chip you down to the point where, Grassy Glide's going to knock you out. You don't really have that much time to set up and sweep. And the third problem really for Gyarados is that it doesn't have any good flying stab, and as many Pokemon want to have all their options in terms of their typing, Gyarados doesn't have Brave Bird, which is what you need for a flying type. It has Bounce, which is not useful. It's a 2-turn move, and as opposed to something like Meteor Beam, which has utility outside of being a 2-turn move, Bounce doesn't give you much of anything outside of a Parachant, which is not useful. And so Gyarados doesn't really have that going for it. So it really has fallen off a lot. It still has, decent stats, but it just doesn't have what it needs to succeed. So that's unfortunate. If Dynamax were back, I guess it would be good still. Now, to pair with Gyarados, I say, all right, what does Gyarados struggle with? Well, it struggles with Toxapex. Let's overwhelm Toxapex a bit. Let's make it so that Toxapex has a hard time countering all of the physical threats in the tier that it needs to. So next up is Rillaboom. Rillaboom is really strong, and Woodhammer is so strong that not even a Toxapex can really do too much against it. And it also is nice to have Rillaboom on the team just for that priority. The next up is Weavile. If you look at my Gyarados set, since I don't have anything for Dragonite, if it ever decides to set up, it could be a major problem. So we've got this Choice Band Weavile here just to click a Desperation Ice Shard. And with Weavile, of course, is just that good of a Pokemon on the tier, generally speaking. Might as well have it on here. And then we've got Blacephalon as our Choice Scarfer. It's a very fast Choice Scarfer, and a Choice Scarf Pokemon like Lele or Kartana are going to give my Gyarados a problem. I want something that can come in afterwards and revenge kill. And Blacephalon is basically, I think, the fastest Choice Scarfer that really exists in the OU tier. So that's why we tossed it on the team. It also helps us with things like Ferrothorn to some extent. Next up, we've got a lead Stealth Rock Landorus. Focus Sash, so you always get off the Stealth Rock and or Explosion. This is a very offensive team, so we're just going to try to lead Landorus, get up Stealth Rock, boom on whatever, maybe knock off if we can manage it, and then go from there. And then we've got Nidoking in the last slot. Nidoking acts as a backup ground type. Since I'll be blowing up my main ground type, I need something for Regieleki, especially if I have Gyarados on the team. So Nidoking is pretty decent, and also is really offensive as well, and fits a good speed tier that this team sort of needs to fulfill, I think. So let's see how this team goes. I just threw it together, haven't tested it at all, but we're not that high on the ladder, so I think that with enough threats we should be okay. Okay. So we're going to lead off with Landorus. We're not going to think about it. And I'm going to click knockoff on this, actually. Because if they go into Amoonguss or into Zapdos, you get to knock it off. As they do go into Amoonguss. When I set up my Stealth Rock here to put me to sleep, I guess I will save this. They may not be viewing me as a setup Pokemon or a lead Pokemon, so even though I didn't get an Explosion off, that's fine by me. I'm going to go into my Weavile. I think is the right play here. Okay, the Sludge Bomb. And now, they're not going to stay in. They'll either go into their Melmetal or their Heatran, so I'm going to click Low Kick here. Okay, that does a lot of damage. And I should know I'm Choice Banded, so they can go into their Dragapult or into their Zapdos. To take advantage of that, I'm going to go into my... I don't really know what I want to go into. No, Gyarados isn't going to do too much in this game. If they stay in, they'll double Iron Bash. Oh, they Rock Slide it. Was not expecting that. Alright. A quick Waterfall here. Just see if I'm going to kill. I do not. Unfortunate. Alright. At this point, we'll go into Nidoking. I'm going to throw off a... I'll throw off Thunderbolt. Kill this. Really surprised that Waterfall didn't kill. That was a crit too. That's sort of disappointing. Alright. At this point, don't really have too much for this. I want to weaken it with Sludge Wave. And now I will click the Thunderbolt just in case they are Air Balloon Heatran. Okay, and they predict that. So go for Heat Wave, which is sort of a funny play. I'm going to click Sludge Wave. They could decide to go into their Swampert. I'm not sure yet. They did go into their Swampert. That's fine by me. I still want to keep this around because it outspeeds the Zapdos. Apparently, it's good for Heatran, and it's hard for these guys to switch into it, so it's very useful still. The Rillaboom, I feel like, is a pretty safe switch in, but they're probably just going to flip turn here. I don't really have anything to stop that, unfortunately. I can't go into Zapdos because I can just Grass Glide that. Go into Amoonguss, which is fine by me. Going to U-turn out into my Nidoking because I don't care about the Sludge Bomb, and I can get back some grass health to offset the burn. At this point, I'm going to go for Flamethrower. If they decide to stay in, that's great. I'll get rid of the Amoonguss. Now I don't need to keep my Landorus around because it'll be used. Its use of Sleep Water is done, so that's nice. The Dragapult comes in. Like I said, don't really need the Landorus anymore, but I also don't want it to set up, right? If it's going to Dragon Dance up, that's a problem. So I'm just going to sack this at this point. Okay, Dragon Dance, that's fine by me. And let's go into Blacephalon. And quick Shadow Ball. They're going to spit off Heatran. Going to Landorus. Okay, I'm going to click Earthquake. Of course, I can't wake up this turn, so it doesn't really matter what I click. There's Substitute Heatran, so they're Subtoxic. They can't really touch me either so much. And they'll probably just protect here just in case I wake up. Or just generally they'll probably protect here. Oh, they didn't even protect. And they don't get punished for it. So that's surprising. Alright. Okay. I'm going to Weavile. I need this. If I can get a Magma Storm Mist, then I can get lucky, but I don't, so that's whatever. It is what it is. And now at this point, I am going to actually go into Blacephalon. They probably have Earth Power as the last move if they didn't show Protect before. If they don't have Protect, then, or if they have Protect, then they don't have Earth Power. But they do. Okay, that's fair enough. Now they're going to go for Earth Power again, almost certainly, I should think. As they don't, actually. Okay. Nidoking outsped the 269, which means my Rillaboom also outspeeds. So I'm actually going to click U-turn here. Go back into my Blacephalon. Get a bit of Grassy Terrain recovery. Okay, I'm gonna click Shadow Ball. We probably have Sucker Punch. Oh, no. They are Choice Scarfed. There you go. Well, at this point it's GG, so we're gonna look for another game while my opponent decides how they want to beat me. Oh, I crit them. I was not expecting that. So, I don't think I win. Because I'm not locked into knockoff. But potentially I win. Is that crit? That's sort of lucky. Let's see. I can't do 2 games at once. I'm a big dumb. Okay. Well, somehow I won that one. I don't know how I won that one, but we did. On to the next one. Okay, this guy got an Aegislash and another Heatran, and it was on the last game. Heatran is pretty problematic for this team. They could lead off with a Rotom. I don't care. We're leading off with the Landorus. And unless the Choice Scarf, I outspeed them. So I'm going to set up Stealth Rock. And now they could go into one of their Ghost types. I'm going to click Knock Off. Because knocking off the Rotom is, I think, just about as good as fucking Explosion. Okay, nope, they'll give me the Rotom. I'm fine with that. That was a big problem for Gyarados, and so I'll take it. I want to go into something that threatens the Tyranitar, I think. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to click Knock Off on you. Could be Specs Fire Blast, or it could be Thunder Wave. Well, if they go for Hex this turn, then I don't want to stay in on that. If they go for U-turn, fair enough, I guess. Whatever, man. Whatever. Okay. Go for Knock Off here. Feel like this is bait. They're gonna go into Heatran or something. Apparently not. Alright. Guys are clicking buttons. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna go into Gyarados now then. I'm gonna click Dragon Dance up on this. I've got a Lumberry, so even if they toxic me, I don't care. If they knock me off, well, I didn't need that Lumberry necessarily. And just click Waterfall now. And I'm +2, +1. Let's see if they have anything faster on their team. Dragapult. I should outspeed the Dragapult. It's too quick damage calc. Gyarados against the Dragapult. Now, the Dragapult having Thunder Wave is a bit unfortunate because the Earthquake it is. Earthquake. We don't kill because now they can outspeed me, right? So unfortunate, but we get off good damage on the Dragapult. And the other Hex, and once again, I get hacks. So that's unfortunate. Let's go into Blacephalon. They should switch into the Tyranitar, but in case they don't, that's fine. I'm going to go to Rillaboom. It's already paralyzed. At this point, the Dragapult is in range of Grassy Glide. So I'm just going to click that. We can go Heatran. I don't really care. I'm going to sack this at this point. Get off some damage on the Heatran if I can. Okay, what is going on here? Somebody want to explain this to me? Not expecting all these sub-Magma Storm Heatrans. This is a really weird thing happening. Okay, Blacephalon does not beat Tyranitar, so I'm just going to go into Blaze and break this thing sub. Then we can go into Nidoking, and they have nothing for Nidoking's Earth Power, so we can click that nice and easily. In between this and Weavile, I think we still have a shot, but we shall see. Look, you're sacked, my guy. Sack the Dragapult. So I cannot speed everything. Okay, go into that, that's fine. They can't Thunder Wave me, which is good. Good Draco Meteor if they have that. I don't know what their last move would be. Watch them be a Hydro Pumper. Aegislash. If it's sub-toxic, Shadow Ball could be a thing. How much do I do Tyranitar? Tyranitar, Earth Power does not do that much, but I've got to get damage off on it for my Weavile. Okay, this is fine. Do have Draco Meteor. They don't kill though. So if they have Shadow Sneak on their Aegislash, so be it. Can't really do anything about that. Oh no, they actually go into their T-Tar, so I'm able to get the damage off. Oh, and by damage I mean I killed it. So that was not a Spit-Off T-Tar, that was definitely offensive. Maybe it was Choice Banded. Alright. Well, that makes things a lot easier for us. I think we should be fine, especially if they didn't go in their Aegislash. That means they almost certainly don't have Shadow Sneak. If they don't have Shadow Sneak, then they can't kill a Weavile, even if I don't kill them with Nidoking, which I don't think I do. I am modest, but they are also Aegislash. Alright. That's the Blade form, Shield form. Oh, Earth Power actually destroys that, but that's offensive. I wonder what kind they're. Okay, yeah. So maybe they're offensive Aegislash without Shadow Sneak as well. Alright. These are some really strange games I'm getting. Let's get another one. Maybe we'll get one that makes more sense, and maybe we'll get one without a sub-Magma Storm Heatran. Alright, now we're facing Sun. So much fun. Sun, extremely scary. They have a Zapdos, so gotta watch out for that. If they decide to yawn my Gyarados with Torkoal, that'll burn the Lumberry, which means that I'd have to worry about static on Zapdos. So let's just lead off with Landorus like we've always been doing. Go for Stealth Rock. They should switch out, I feel. If they do into Charizard, I'm going to explode on this. Because they can't kill me. And they've lost their Charizard. Now, of course, they can go into their Venusaur. So I don't want to let them do that if I can help it. Let's see. Venusaur, OU Chlorophyll Super, +2 speed. And then my Flamethrower in the Sun will definitely kill. And Earth Power has a chance to kill. So I don't like that as an option. Gyarados, of course, is not going to do too much. Weavile doesn't do too much. And Blacephalon is going to probably die to Earth Power as well. Yeah. I think I'll go into Nidoking still. Oh wow, that actually worked out a lot better for me than I was expecting. Alright, I'm going to click Flamethrower here. This is in the Sun, it'll do a lot of damage. And if they want to go Venusaur, then that's more power to me. Okay, they actually went Victini, so that was a good prediction on their part. I'm going to go into Gyarados here. Okay. And at this point, they... Unless the Choice Scarfed... they took Stealth Rock. They may be Choice Scarfed, in which case, I'll die. But that's fine by me. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. And now I'm going to go into Blacephalon. I'll click Shadow Ball. I don't really have a switch into this. Zapdos. Didn't even do a KO. That's sort of sad. Now that I think about it, I could have clicked Flamethrower, but I want to kill their Torkoal if I can. I'm now 1+ special attack. I'm going to sack their Victini, which is fair. And now I'm going to go into Rillaboom. Okay, go for Grass Glide. Okay, they went for Growth there. But I can just go into my Weavile. And I'm actually going to look Nidoking here because they definitely are not going to stay in here. Yeah, okay, that was a good play. I'm going to click Flamethrower here. Is the sack their Leafeon. And at this point, I think I have to go for the roll. So I'm going to do that. As they actually predict. incorrectly, and I win the game. Holy cow, that was scary. Alright. So I think that the Nidoking had to make some good predictions. I had to switch on that Weavile there. There was no way they stayed in. The Rillaboom didn't do too much in this game, but I was keeping it in the back specifically for that Venusaur, right? I knew that if I could get off any amount of chip, that I could get a free safe switch in to the Weavile afterwards. But when I was going to make that play, I had to be careful because obviously they have the Torkoal in the back. They're going to keep the Torkoal to deal with the Weavile, so I have to make a double there. A bit of a risky double, but it was one I think that I had to make if I wanted to win the game. Alright, Sun is scary. Sun is actually really good. I like playing with Sun a lot. Not that particular team, but a variation. Alright, let's have this maybe be the last one. Hopefully I win it. Alright, I'm going to lead off with Landorus. They do have Mandibuzz, which is a really good defogger, and really good answer to Gyarados as well, but unfortunate. Alright, I'm going to click knock off here. Alright, choice banded. Okay, I'm going to get an Earthquake off. Okay, let's look at this. My Landorus versus a Slowbro. Because if I can explode on this, I will definitely take it. It does 50 to 60%, so it does not kill yet. But knockoff does 40. Oh wow. What? Did 30%. Oh, it's because it didn't have an item, it was itemless. Right. Okay. I'm going to go into Rillaboom. Maybe I think they might set up a future site. Okay, nope. I make a bad play and they get punished for it. I know they're going to go into Mandibuzz. I'm going to switch here. That's fine. And now I can look at Nidoking. I don't know these calcs off the top of my head, so I have to keep calcing them. So it is what it is. Nidoking. Alright. I doubt you go into Landorus on an Ice Beam, so I'm just going to Thunderbolt here. As they may go into the Tyranitar, go into Victini. That's fair enough. And I'm just going to sack my Landorus, I think. Yep. Alright. Now, we didn't see an item, but we didn't know if they have heavy-duty boots. And if they're heavy-duty boots, that's a problem. I'm going to go into Blacephalon and I'm going to trick. I want to trick the Mandibuzz so that it can't be annoying as they go into Tyranitar, which actually was also a decent play. So that's unfortunate. Go into Weavile here. I figure that they're going to crunch here. And now I'm going to quick low kick. There's to go Slowbro. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, this is a tough one. I'm going to go Gyarados. I think I need to Dragon Dance up and just sweep them at this point. If I don't get a sweep off, I'm sort of done for. Alright. They double into Mandibuzz. And that Mandibuzz is probably going to destroy me with Foul Play. Yeah. That does a lot of damage and I don't do very anything to them. So I'm going to go into my Nidoking here. Okay, I've shown Thunderbolt. So they may be more inclined to go into their Landorus. A quick Sludge Wave as a mid-ground. They're going to predict me there, which is fair enough. At this point, I don't really have a good switch into this. Just going to quick Earth Power. Okay. Now I'm going to do Waterfall here. In case they decide to not let me set up. Good. I force a kill there. Okay. Gonna go into the Rillaboom here. So they Volt Switch, which is fair. Figured they might. But the Tyranitar doesn't like to stay in against this. So it should be fine. If I look at Mandibuzz versus Rillaboom, Woodhammer is 38 in min, which I thought it might. So I'm gonna go for that. Good. I'll get rid of the Mandibuzz. That helps my Gyarados sweep later. against maybe the Slowbro. Because again, I have that Lumberry. Okay, I click with Hammer again. I want to get his Landorus as dead as we can, because it'll intimidate me later on. Not a fan of that. Alright, at this point I'm sort of forced to go into Blacephalon, and I can click I'm going to click Trick again. Okay. Or not. 349, Ice Shard. At this point I think my opponent just wins. So, set this. And that's GG to my opponent. Save that one. Yeah, his team was really good defensively against my team. The Mandibuzz, the Koko, and the Tyranitar sort of shut down what I wanted to do there. Which is unfortunate. I think I could have gotten maybe more value out of my Rillaboom. Alright, I don't want to end it on a loss, so thanks to that guy, we're extending the length of the video. Okay. I'm gonna lead off with the Landorus. Lead off with Tornadus maybe, or Victini. I'll click Earthquake on this. Okay. And I keep leading off with things that make me not want to go with what my strategy is. But I'm going to click Explosion on you. Yeah, I don't want that Rillaboom around. Okay. At this point, I'm going to go into Blacephalon. Okay, they go into that, which is fair. I'm going to go into my Rillaboom on the Swampert. Okay, the high horsepower, which is an interesting move to see on Swampert. And I understand why it's there. I just don't understand why it would have it at all. That didn't make any sense. Let me see. I'm going to click Battle Ball here. They do go Bisharp, that's fine. But, okay. Going to Weavile on this. Bit risky. But I don't really need Weavile so much in this game, I feel. Okay, go for that. Okay, I'm gonna go for Low Kick. Obviously going into the screams I have Low Kick, but I don't want to mess around with a Bisharp. Okay. I'm gonna go for back into Rillaboom. It's a safe play, it's an obvious play, but I don't really care. I'm just gonna make the safe play because I don't want to get confused by my opponent. Okay, Torn does get to come in, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm going to go hard Gyarados as they go for Heat Wave, which I was not expecting. Okay, so they'll probably Heat Wave, Hurricane, U-turn, knockoff, maybe Defog. Could have Focus Blast, I suppose. They want to run the set that likes to miss a lot. Another Icy Wind. Well, that's exciting. Okay, I'll get another Dragon Dance up. Don't mind if I do. Now I'm +2. Okay, so at this point I can Power Whip, and I hit, which is really nice. So now if they Choice Scarf Victini, then they can go into that. If they Choice Scarf Kartana, I don't know if they kill me. I'm not exactly sure. Let's check that, shall we? Kartana, Paper Plane, Choice Scarf set against Gyarados, and I don't think we're in terrain anymore. Okay, 69 to 81. So it's a roll, and a +3 attack. Earthquake does not kill. Alright. But it does put them in range of other guys. So they are... Okay, good. Good. I'm gonna go into Rillaboom. I'm gonna save this, no reason to sack it. Okay. Now I'm gonna go for Grassy Glide. I'm gonna sack Gyarados now. Okay. Now I'm going to go into my Nidoking, because they don't have anything that wants to come in on this. Thunderbolt will kill everything, I think, so that's fine. A bit of Grassy Terrain recovery. I'm saving my priority in the back because priority Kartana kills. And I'll also Choice Scarf Blacephalon, which is pretty dang scary. Okay. I don't need this anymore, I don't think. So I'm just going to sack it. I'm going to go into Blacephalon. I could have gone into Weavile, but I'm choice banded, so I'm still locked in with that, unfortunately. I could go into Victini. Wait, I guess who's got Blacephalon is 344 to 348. Oh yeah, I forgot who's faster. That's a bit unfortunate. I messed that up. Okay. I shard you. Because I made a mistake, but that's fine. They stay in. I'll take it. Okay. Now I've got to go into Rillaboom. Don't have any choice there. And the Weavile. So I made a big choke there at the end. This Victini. Let's say it's choice banded, I don't know. That's -1 defense. Weavile, triple axle, the 66% minimum. That isn't what we need though. I'm just gonna click knockoff. As they actually go hard into Bisharp. Are they choice scarfed? If they're choice scarfed, then they win. But if they're not choice scarfed, then that was a big misplay on their part. Okay, so I win. So I had forgotten who was faster between Blacephalon and Kartana. Kartana is faster than Blacephalon. So let's get that in our heads. I'll take that from this game. But yeah, so I made a big misplay by going into Blacephalon when I could have just gone into my Weavile. But my opponent made a really big misplay when they went into their Bisharp hard, because the Bisharp could live knockoff and could kill me with Iron Head. But instead they decided to go hard into it, and their Victini was not choice scarfed. So Gyarados, you can see why is not very good. The game against the Mandibuzz meant that the foul play was going to do way too much, and I'm not strong enough as a Gyarados to break through that. Similarly, against the Zapdos teams, if I'd had Ice Fang, maybe I could have gotten +1 and broken through the Zapdos, but without Ice Fang, you can't really do too much. But Power Whip was needed to get through that Swampert, right? So you have to have Earthquake, you have to have Power Whip, then you have to have Waterfall as your only stab option. It's not even Liquidation. If it were Liquidation, it would be a little bit stronger. I wish Gyarados were still good, because, you know, it was the OG, really powerful Pokemon, but it really has not been very powerful, I feel like, since Gen 5, maybe, Gen 4. Of course, Mega Gyarados gave it a new lease on life. And Mega Gyarados is a big difference, because first of all, you lose your 4 times weak to Electric. You get a stab that you can actually use, because now you can use Crunch. And you have the Mold Breaker ability, which is a lot more useful in most situations, I feel. You can even get a cheeky Moxie boost every once in a while, or get an Intimidate off in order to get a Dragon Dance. So you have both of your abilities still available to you, plus the Mold Breaker. It really gave Gyarados a lot to work with, in addition to, you know, better stats and whatnot. But normal Gyarados just really has not been able to cut it for a while now. But I still wanted to use it in OU, because I prefer OU to UU, and Gyarados is still a really fun Pokemon design-wise. So that's the team for today. It's just a really quick video I wanted to throw out there, and I'll catch you guys next time.